a pleasure on behalf of the board of Kenya Rugby. I just want to welcome our new head coach, Patrick Damian, to Kenya, and I believe we understand that where we are coming from, the team has not been performing as per our expectations, and we thought wise that we need to do some changes, and it is for the best interest of the game. So I'd urge everyone to welcome our new head coach and give him the best support that is expected. He has the experience that is needed, and Damian, what I can assure you is that the board and also the people of this country, they'll give you the support that is required to ensure that you give us the performance that we really need. So without saying much, I just want to welcome Damian Patrick to introduce himself to the media and at least say a word or two and what he has to offer for this country. Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you and good morning. I'd first like to apologise because my Swahili is not very good. My English is only slightly better, so I apologise for that also. It's a really proud moment for me, and as I told the players, my family are very proud that I've been given this opportunity to be the head coach of one of Rugby 7's great teams. Kenya Sevens have a fabulous reputation around the world for exciting rugby. I know there's been a little dip recently, and I hope together with the players and the staff and the board we can all work together to improve our performances. We're just as fast as everybody in the world. Our skills maybe have just dropped a little bit, and my specialism is skills, and I'll try and help to lift that side. But I'm confident that with the self-belief we have, we will over the next few months you'll see an improvement in performances. So again, thank you, and I've had a great welcome here in Kenya, and I hope I know my wife's excited she's flying over after we've been away. She's excited to be here, and I'm excited for the challenge ahead.
Okay. At this point in time, we will invite Kevin Wambua to name the squad that is traveling to Toulouse and London, after which we'll open up the floor to a Q&A.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The traveling squad to Toulouse and London: Nelson Oyo, Herman Humwa, Alvin Otieno, Collins Shikoli, Bush Mwale, Timothy Masi, Tony Omondi, Johnston Olindi, Billy Odhiambo, Edmund Anya, Augustine Lugonzo, Arcadius Kwesa, and Ben Salem. Kindly note, Arcadius Kwesa and Ben Salem are making their debuts for the Shujaa team. Thank you.
Good morning. The squad that will be traveling to Toulouse and London, we are confident in it. And for the guys who have been given a chance, the guys who are making their debut, we hope they are going to have a good run, and we are going to get better results from the previous tours. Thank you.
Coach, welcome to Kenya. There are very many challenges. Right now we just had a coach obviously for you to get the job. We're not doing so in all 7 series. We qualified for the World Cup, but obviously as number 3. What are the things that you're looking forward to working on, probably let's say in the first few weeks or months, considering that we have big tournaments coming up, Commonwealth, World Cup, we still have to build up to the Olympics, and obviously the season where you're going to France and England. What are the things that you're looking at to build up and improve obviously our position, because right now Kenyans are not out?
Well, as I said earlier, my specialism is skills, catching and passing. That's something wherever I've been, in Canada, Samoa, England, Germany. I always look to improve the basic skills, because in the end it's always the little things that make a difference, and it's the little things that if we can improve that, as I said to the players this morning, we can improve our performances. So yes, I'd like to have a way of playing that I think would suit the team, but you have to be careful you don't change things too quickly. I won't make any changes for this 2 weeks. I'll be led by Kevin and the boys, because I want to see at first hand how they perform. But when we come back, we'll be working heavily on our basic skills and just a basic way of playing that I think will help the team get some success.
Every coach has their own philosophy of working. How long do you think it takes for the players? You've been to many countries. How long do you think it takes for players to get your philosophy and to understand the way you want them to play the game?
Oh, well, you can make some changes straight away, but imagine, if you have a tap that just keeps dripping and dripping, if it drips on your hand long enough, you start to feel it, and that's the way I am with my coaching. I'll keep on about the same small things all the time till it has an effect. I think you'll see a difference in a few weeks. Not huge. I'm not promising you that we're going to go away and win everything, but I think you have to be. See what do you measure success on. Sometimes it's just been better than you were the week before, and I think we'll look at that to begin with. We'll just get better week by week, and let's see where we are when we get to the World Cup.
What targets are you setting for yourself?
Targets? Well, we want to be the best we can be. I think we should be in the top 8 in the world. I know that's a big statement, but I think we have the talent here. And when I was here with Germany in October for the Safari Sevens, I was blown away by not just the Shujaa, but all the teams that were underneath and the amount of talent. In Germany, they would have cut one of their legs off just to have that strength in depth. And I think, if we can put pressure on the guys who are in the team to keep their place, because there are so many good young players pushing for places, then that will help with making things better.
Coach, welcome to Kenya.
Thank you.
I just have to ask, brief history about when negotiations about you coming to take over started, and how easy or how hard was it to accept the job?
Well, it all happened very quickly. I handed my resignation in Germany in February, because I'd lived there for the first time in all my travels around the world. I went there on my own without the family, and through COVID it got to be a very lonely place, and I decided in the end that it was too much being on my own. I decided I'd go home. I spent 2 months at home, as you can see, with my wife and mother feeding me up, and then just the Kenyan board through Thomas, pardon me, got in touch just over a week ago. So it's all happened very quickly. I didn't have to think twice. As I said to you before, this is an honour to coach such a great team and such a proud country, and you don't have to think twice. Opportunities like this don't come often in World Sevens, so it was an easy one. Yeah.
But you come into a Kenyan side that has exceedingly demanding fans.
Oh yeah.
What would be your word to your fans, and what should they expect from you?
I had something similar in Samoa, where there's 200,000 people live in Samoa, and all 200,000 are experts on rugby. So I was never short of advice on who to pick and how to play, and if things weren't going too well. But I just say with everybody, Rome wasn't built in a day, and I don't mean that it'll take years to get better, but we'll slowly start to get better. And I think if everybody, the big thing about sport is self-belief. If you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing, it's amazing what you can achieve. Kenya won in Singapore in 2016. You've got to believe it can happen. It will happen again, and let's hope it's sooner rather than later.
Coach, we slightly lost our touch when it comes to being the best in the region, aside from South Africa. Is it something that you're looking forward to restoring as we make us once again the priority?
Absolutely. I was as shocked as everybody when I saw the results from the recent African tournament. So that will be a priority for us to get back to that position at least.
Mr. Mugambi, I've got a question for you.
Sorry?
I've got a question.
Yes,
for you.
please.
it happens that we always have like a media operation whereby it is start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. Okay, we don't seem to be having a continuity, either on the technical bench or either on the players. And does the KRU have the money to be paying the coaches, because it's like the non-coach is supposed to go for a number of weeks, okay? But then we've cut that to some time, right? It means we have got to pay them. And then we've got to pay the other coaches. We have all that money, and when are we going to have a continuity instead of having this knee-jerk operation whereby the team does not appear to perform well, and then we say, okay, let's get somebody else.
Okay, couple of questions. I'll try to tackle them in the order they came. As regards continuity, I think the board has endeavored to move away from the culture where quick changes are made where there's a dip in performance. Namkos has been in charge of the team since before COVID kicked in, so we believe that as a board we gave him the best opportunity, supported him during his tenure. However, with the games in Uganda, there was no running away from the results, and I believe in the best interest of the game and the country, a change needed to be made. So while it is a difficult decision, we had to do what we believe is in the best interest of the game. Regarding the coaches, I think KRU has gotten a lot better at the contracting cycle over the years. So without going into specifics, yes, KRU does have the funds and I think the technical capability as well to handle the contracts. Unfortunate as it may be, I just reiterate that we did what we thought was in the best interest of the game. I have full confidence that KRU will be able to dispatch its obligations even in the difficult times. As regards the player continuity, I could be wrong, but the coaches are present. I think we have done our best to maintain the same pool of players, particularly with the experienced players, starting off with Captain Nelson here and the rest. I believe it's also the board's firm belief that players are selected on form and on performance. So without interfering, I think that's the coach's decision. Whether Innocent, Damian, or anyone before or after, the final decision on who plays ultimately rests with the coach, and as a board all we can do is support. But I believe they've tried their best to maintain the experience within the team and to ensure that we have a cohesive playing unit.
Okay, just a quick follow-up.
Yes, please.
To the technical team, I don't know if you can answer that. There's been a cry that we don't know how Kenya plays. Okay? Can anybody answer to that? It looks like it's just like go to one, bang, 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 bang. You look at Fiji, you know how Fiji will play. Okay? You look at probably South Africa, you know how South Africa will play. There was a time we knew how Kenya was going to play. But then it seems like that is lost. So I don't know who's going to answer that question.
I think in terms of creating the identity of how we play, we all known for our physicality and our speed, and having a chat with them, and I think moving forward, that's the approach, that's the angles that we want to improve on, and that's how we want to come up with a game plan according to those strengths, our running and our physicality.
I had a question for you, Ambo.
Yes.
Right now we can see transition happening in Kenya Sevens, the likes of experienced players like coaching the squad, carrying Gonde. How can you say about the transition coming in Kenya Sevens right now?
Well, it's always a process. We really don't want to rush these young boys, but we have plenty of talent. And from the last tournament, we were able to see Amon Wamalwa raising his hand up. This time round, Salem has been looking very good in training, Ben Salem. So we decided to give him a chance, and I'm pretty sure he's going to raise his hands up. So for us as a team, what you want is to just make sure we have that continuity, and we don't rush these youngsters to the HSBC circuit. So make sure by the time they're playing, they're making their debuts, they're fully confident, and they're able to take on the world.
And getting 5 points in Singapore, getting 1 point in Vancouver, then losing the Rugby Africa in Uganda to Uganda. What do you expect from your perspective in the coming Jolly Sevens?
I think we've had a talk as a team, and all we're looking for is some consistency. Like Coach said, it won't really happen overnight, but we are really working hard to get that consistency in the team in terms of our results and performances.
Every time we talk to coaches, we say we want to target the main cup quarters and the main cup quarters. Is this the time to say we're hiding there?
Like I said, we're looking to build some consistency, and definitely being in the top 8 in every tournament is what we really want to achieve as a team moving forward. So that's really our target.
Ian,
Yes, please.
there's been a talk going around that one of the things that made Nampos fall out with the result is because he did not give contracts to players who were 30. I don't know, is that true? Like, is there something like that? Number 2, how many candidates did you shortlist before settling on Damian? Was there advertisement, like in shortlist, or what was the process?
To your first question, I think Innocent. First question towards Innocent not offering contracts to players over 30. Unfortunately, I would be out of depth in responding. My remit ends at ensuring that the setup has the support they need to perform, and the player contracting or player selection duties rest with the coach. So perhaps coach would be better placed to answer the same. I would be speculating at best if I gave a response to the same. As regarding the selection of the coach, KRU opted to shortlist and headhunt. At this point, you will appreciate we're in the middle of a season. We have the World Cup and the Commonwealth coming up. And just the time it takes and the nuances around advertising and going through all that in the middle of a season, we thought it would be a distraction, so we took a different route. We believe we have the best candidate for the job. Damian comes with over 30 years of experience in coaching, so as a board, we believe we made the right decision, but time will tell with the results.
What exactly do you expect from him? Like, what are the targets you're giving him?
I think it's early days. At the moment, we're still in a transition and working through the targets. Obviously, the contract is longer term towards the Olympic Games in Paris, so we are still in discussions. As Wambua has said, I'd just like to reiterate that at the moment what we're looking for is consistency in performance. Let's have bare minimums that we can start on, and then we build from there. Our performance has been erratic. At the moment, we're looking to get some consistency. Allow the coach some time to impose his philosophy of play, and then once we're at that stage, we can proceed.
Okay, one last question from, we'll take the last question from Gladys Mideta, K24.
Mine is for Coach. Wambua, I'm asking you because I know Coach might not be aware, but the circuit series is, of course, next weekend and the other weekend. What plans do you guys have in terms of scouting? Because, as you said, we have a lot of talent here. Of course, depth in the squad is something that we need to look at. What plans do you guys have in terms of scouting, even as the 7th series?
Well, I think we missed two of the first 2 weeks of the circuit whilst we're away, I think, but we're having those filmed, so we won't miss. And then we have plans to go on a road trip for the next 4, so we'll be there in person to see each of the legs. So it's nice sometimes to sit and watch things on film, but there's nothing better than being there and seeing people and getting a feel for how they play. So yeah, we definitely want to do that. Yeah.
Did you just get a player's reaction not getting a player's reaction about the new appointment and how the morale is in camp since the last 3 years?
Tell them I'm the best looking coach you've ever seen.
We are happy with the new coach coming in. We're expecting so many changes, maybe a few, and the mood in the camp is positive. Thank you.